Live from McCrory Gymnasium on the campus of Bear River High School. Touchdown Production, celebrating 11 years of local high school sports television, is proud to present the CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Les Schwab Tires Division IV Basketball Playoffs, presented by Farmers Insurance. Tonight, in the opening round of the playoffs, your number 5 seed Bear River Bruins take on the number 12 seed Christian Brothers Falcons. It's a battle royale, and one of these teams will have their season ended tonight. And so don't you dare change that dial. We got first round playoff drama coming up next, right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Well, the Bear River Bruins open up their 2008 Division IV playoff season at home here tonight, facing an old playoff rival, the Christian Brothers Falcons. Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you are across our Foothill network of stations. I'm Marty Mortensen, joined tonight by Paul Brown. Our producer and director outside in the Commander 2 is Gil Dominguez. And, of course, the rest of the very talented Touchdown Production sports team is back after last night's big win by the Placer Lady Hillman for tonight's game featuring the Bear River Bruins. And, Paul, there's a lot of playoff action happening tonight here in the Foothills.
That sure is right, Marty. And 3 of the 5 boys teams all play tonight. So why don't we pull up the grids and take a look at what we got here. We'll start with the Sac-Joaquin section grid here. Number 1, Kennedy, playing to be announced on Thursday, February 25th. And we see, of course, Nevada Union. That is tomorrow's game. They're going to be playing Tracy. And
looks like they're the number 9 seed. And the girls' Division III basketball, St. Mary's takes on number 9 seed El Dorado. And Vanden takes on Thursday night the number 4 seed Placer. So that ought to be an exciting game.
That ought to be a great game. After seeing the girls' game last night, I'm really optimistic about that Placer team. I'm looking forward to seeing how far they advance along in the playoffs. Then, of course, we've got the girls' Division IV basketball, number 1 Christian Brothers. Seems like they're always up there,
Marty.
They
certainly are.
And they're going to be playing the West Campus group, the number 8 seed. And that'll be Thursday, of course, tomorrow. Then Linden will be challenged by our own Colfax Falcons. And we'll see that also. That'll be Thursday the 21st.
And girls' Division V basketball, number 1 seed Bradshaw Christian takes on Sac Waldorf on Thursday night, and Forest Lake goes up against Mountain Oaks, as Forest Lake had a big win last night.
Yep, sure enough.
Let's
take a look at the boys.
Now.
Yep, sure enough. There we go. Here's the boys' Division IV. Number 1 ranked Colfax. We've been following them all year, Marty, and they'll start off with North Hills Christian, and that will be tonight. Maybe during the game, hopefully we can get some scores from that. Amador, number 8 seed, will be playing Houston, and that'll be the bottom half of the bracket.
There's Bear River tonight's game against Christian Brothers, number 12, and also number 4 San Juan is going up against number 13 Bret Hart.
And then we've got in the Division V, Faith Christian and Excelsior will square off. That's the game also going on tonight. And Forest Lake Christian, there they are, number 4. I believe that's playing one of their first ever playoff games, isn't it not?
They're playing at home tonight against the Sacramento
Adventist.
Adventist, okay.
Yep, sure enough. So we got a lot of excellent basketball going on. You're going to see it here on the Game of the Week.
So as both teams continue to warm up, we'll pause for our first break of the evening. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Dwayne Gansky after we remind you that this exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin basketball is being underwritten tonight by Hanson Brothers Enterprises. It's time for you to experience the newest outdoor living experience in Colfax. At Hanson Brothers in Colfax, you'll find essential garden and yard enhancements like outdoor rugs and furniture with outdoor garden statuary, as well as retaining walls, stepping stones, decorative rock, and new products like their pondless waterfalls. It's all on display at Hanson Brothers in Colfax. Proud to be a part of the Colfax community.
And by our good friends at Soft Answers, Dallas Wilhelm is your local computer genius and specializes in computer software management, design, and consulting. That's why Dallas and Soft Answers is the best friend you and your computer system ever had. Dallas is the one to call for all those hard-to-solve computer problems and where time is of the essence. So make your computer and computer system your friend again with help from Dallas Wilhelm and Soft Answers, a proud supporter of Nevada Union Sports.
And by Hills Flat Lumber Company, now is the time to personalize your home and add some color to your life with paints and stains from Hills Flat Lumber Company. Only Hills Flat carries the ProLine Supreme paints for both interior and exterior jobs. They offer custom color mixing, computer matching, and their rental department has all the paint equipment that you'll ever need. Delivery is also available 7 days a week because the Pardines know that your work week never ends. It's all. So shop where the pros shop at Hills Flat Lumber Company in Colfax, all in Grass Valley, and also in Grass Valley.
And a new underwriter for us here at the Game of the Week, Cornerstone Construction. Everyone knows that word of mouth is the best advertising you can get. Personal referrals from satisfied customers are the hallmark of quality and professionalism. That's what you get at Cornerstone Construction. My friend David Lee has spent the last 11 years making his reputation in Grass Valley with specialized concrete work for all your residential needs. At Cornerstone Construction, they do it all from remodels to room additions, patios to stucco, whatever you need. It's all at Cornerstone Construction, a proud supporter of Bear River Sports.
And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating a decade of local sports television. And with that, we'll throw it down to the floor with Gil Dominguez and Coach Gansky. Gil, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Marty. Down here with the big guy himself, Dwayne Gansky, in his, we're going to say it's your very first playoff game as the Bruins head coach.
Well, as a boys coach, that's true.
Of course, Dwayne, veteran of many playoff games with the girls. Is there any different feeling, all the girls' games, the playoffs that you had versus tonight?
No, not really. I mean, it's exciting. It was exciting in the girls' game. It's exciting in the boys' game. You know, it's a basketball playoff game, and gender aside, it's good basketball, and it's fun to watch, fun to coach, fun to be a part of as a player or a fan.
Now, you've had a lot of success in playoff games in the past, going all the way to section titles and NorCals. Any difference from that kind of atmosphere versus when you started all off in the first round?
Well, I think the first round there's more at stake because if you don't win this one, it's all over. So, you know, especially being at home, you know, you want to try to protect your home floor and try to move on to the next round. But you know, every round becomes its own sense of urgency. You got to win that night or it's all over. So playoffs are about one and done.
Now, this squad right here, you have a lot of veteran players on it that went all the way to the semifinals last year in the section, one game away from going to Arco. How has that experience helped the squad as they come into this week?
I differ with you a little bit there. There were some guys on the team, but there was really only one guy that played last year in those games, Patrick Scott. So Garrett Smith, Josh Zlackett, Chad Smith, Garrett Barbic, they were on the team, but no playing time to speak of. So,
but still, doesn't that help, just being in that environment and the atmosphere? And
well, we hope. I mean, you'd like to hope they drew something from that, but now you got to go out on the floor, and you're the one that's making the passes, taking the shots, defending people. So it's going to be a new experience for most of them.
Now, you drew the number 5 seed, so that means you only get the one home playoff game tonight. That make a difference for you?
You know, you'd like to get that 4th seed so you get 2 home games, but, you know, that next round doesn't matter if we don't take care of business tonight. So we just got to focus on tonight, focus on Christian Brothers, and try to get a win.
And Christian Brothers, of course, a team that Bear River is very familiar with. They came in here last year in the second round, and it was quite a battle.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't at that game and haven't seen tape.
I probably should have got you the DVD.
Yeah, all I know is this isn't the team Bear River had last year, and I'm sure it's not what Christian Brothers brought last year. It's always a new group of players, and even the few that were there, it's a different mix, and players might draw something from that, but for me, this is all new.
Now, what do we know about the Christian Brothers team tonight you're facing? You said you saw a little bit of tape on them.
Yeah, they're very athletic. They got a couple of kids. Number 20 is a nice left-handed post player for him. 24, Atterbury is a good shooting, driving point guard. Number 22, Henderson, very good shooter. So they got a couple of kids that can really fill it up. Got some size inside, very athletic team. It's going to be a good battle all night.
How are you going to face them?
Well, we're going to play like we always do. We try to ball control, keep the tempo our favor, which is trying to make sure we're deliberate on offense and getting good shots, and try to make them work for everything defensively, not give them anything easy, not get caught up in a running game with them. I
know you've been preaching defense all year long. Is the choir listening to the preaching?
Oh, yeah. We've played great defense all year. Maybe minus the last league game against Whitney. We had a little bit of a breakdown, mostly energy-wise, but this team is definitely a team that plays good team defense, good team man defense. They take a lot of accountability for their individual roles, and they bought in, and that's what made us successful.
Are they looking forward to, speaking of Whitney, are they looking forward to get that bad taste out of their mouth in that game?
Yeah, we haven't talked much about it after that night. It was the past, and we just started practicing hard towards this game, and everything's on tonight. The past is over.
You're so level-headed, Dwayne, so calm every time I see you in these situations. I don't know how you guys do it.
Well, we enjoy it. If I was too stressed out about it, I guess it wouldn't be fun. I enjoy really the competition with the kids and seeing them compete against each other and helping them try to learn some basketball. It's a lot of fun.
I think I'm more nervous about the telecast than you are about the game.
Well, thanks for you guys covering us.
All right, thank you, and good luck tonight, and hopefully we'll see you up in the semifinals.
All right, thanks, Gil.
All right, Dwayne Gansky there as he gets ready to take the court tonight with his Bruins. It's the Christian Brothers Falcons in the house. Remember, tomorrow night we move the road show further on up Highway 49 to Nevada Union's Allied Gymnasium as the Lady Miners open up their playoff season. At that point, everybody is fully engaged. Everybody has had their opening round games. We'll move into the second round on Friday with Colfax. If the Lady Miners win, we'll open up into the second round at Consumnes River College against Kennedy with the Lady Miners. And then next week, it's the semifinals at Galt, at Lodi, at UOP. Who knows where we're going, but you can bet that we will be there, so be sure to tune in and stay with your NorCal Game of the Week the entire month of March as we have our own little tiny March Madness. Guys, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Gil. And we'd like to remind you that this NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten this evening by the Beam Easy Living Center. Everyone knows that the Beam Center has the area's largest showroom of high-def TVs and components. They are your headquarters for big screen TV and electronics in Grass Valley. But did you know that the Beam Easy Living Center is also your official local information center for the new digital rollout, which is occurring in February of 2009? That's right. Only the experienced technicians at the Beam Center are qualified to answer all your questions about this upcoming changeover. Just another reason to trust the Beam Easy Living Center for all your home electronic needs.
And by James Scott Landscape, Tractor and Chipping Service. Defensible space from fire is every homeowner's responsibility. Many insurance companies will not write a policy if this crucial element is not completed. That's where James Scott Chipping Service can help. James will clear the space around your home and then haul it away, or they'll chip it on your property and spread it where it becomes a valuable nutrient for your soil. It can't be any easier to protect your home than with James Scott Landscape and Tractor Chipping Service.
Walker's Office Supplies. Walker's Office Supplies is the friendliest place in town. It's where they know your business and they know your name because they're local, just like you. Mike Anderson and his family have served you from their Grass Valley location for many years, and if They don't have what you are looking for in stock. They'll order it for you from their huge warehouse and deliver it to you the very next day. You can't beat the customer service at Walker's Office Supplies.
And by Francis Cinto and Graziano LLP. At Francis Cinto and Graziano, they specialize in making your business grow. They are certified public accountants and business consultants all rolled into one. And now that it's tax season, it's time to make that important appointment at either location in Auburn or Grass Valley. It's taxes made easy, and they hit their mark at Francis Cinto and Graziano.
Good sportsmanship and friendly competition.
And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating a decade of local sports television. This is Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown saying thank you for joining us across our Foothill network of stations, and be sure to join us next time as we continue our playoff coverage on the road to Arco Arena.
Welcome to McCrory Gymnasium.
Our next stop will be at Nevada Union High School as the Lady Miners open up their playoffs and take on the Tracy Bulldogs. So be sure to be here for the Lady Miners' first road game of the CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Division I playoffs as we continue the tradition of high school sports television right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. We'll rise now for our playing of our national anthem. They did a good job. I didn't catch their names, unfortunately, but they did do a nice rendition. And now we'll have the player introduction. First will be the Christian Brothers starting lineup. They come in with 15 wins and 11 losses for tonight's game. Seeded number 12. However, they play in a very tough league.
Yes, they do. I'm told that there's a lot of Division II schools in their league.
Exactly right.
And that may be why they're ranked where they are in the power rankings.
So there's Martin Harris, number 21, junior. Jason Henderson, number 22, a senior.
Jason's averaging 11 points a game, is their second highest score on the team.
24 is Sterling at Harderberry.
And Sterling is their number one scorer at 17 points. This is the guy we'll keep an eye on tonight.
43, Danny Bird. It looks like he's been working out with the weights.
It looks like he's put on definitely some gym time. And look at the size of number 20.
Asante Cleveland.
Asante Cleveland looks like he too is a very powerful player.
Now for the Bear River Bruins. 18-8 record. Nice record for this year for the Bruins.
As announced by head coaches Dwayne Gansky and Jeff Bickmore. At a guard, number 3, a senior,
Chad Smith being introduced.
Chad is an excellent point guard, handles the ball, playmaker.
Number 15, a senior,
Garrett Smith.
At one forward for the Bruins, number 22,
Garrett
Garrett
Barbitt. He's got to be drilling some three-pointers tonight. They're going to stay in this game.
True, he's averaging 14 points a game. But here's their player right here. Patrick Scott,
number 31, 6'3".
made all league yesterday, 20.1 points per game. His coach gave him a wonderful, as we see Jordan Baskin being introduced.
Jordan Baskin, that's your starting lineup for your Bear River Bruins.
Jeff Bick. I understand that Patrick Scott missed being MVP, league MVP by 1 vote. I was talking with Jeff Bickmore before the game, and he thinks Patrick's the best player in the league. And he may have a little bit of a biased opinion, but he makes a good argument. This is a very, very talented junior, and he's going to get bigger, and he's going to get better for next year.
Referees for tonight's game. We've got Richard Bikema and Jason Reed will be doing the tossing of the ball at center court. We're about ready to start this Division IV playoff action between the number 5 and number 12 seeds. Here we go. Patrick Scott gets out jumped, and coming up with the ball will be Christian Brothers. They'll bring it up. Work it around the outside. They get it over to Harris. Now back to Cleveland. Over in the corner. They still continue to work. Good defense by... There's a travel call as...
It's Jason Henderson handling the ball. A little maybe pre-game nerves, huh, Marty?
It might be. So that's a turnover. Semi-full court press. Bringing the ball up is Chad Smith. Now over to Scott. Scott being guarded in there by... And there's a basket, but it's not going to count as he was fouled on the way to the hoop.
Scott's game is predicated on a great outside shot, and he also very quick move to the basket like you just saw. He's also got some hops. This kid can get up in the air. I remember he could dunk the ball as a freshman.
Now over in the corner to Scott. He traveled, drives into the lane, puts the ball up, but before he did that, it was all a moot point as he went stepping off too quickly.
Bear River's going to go with a man-on-man.
I don't know if they have enough players to do that. The attrition will take their toll in the fourth period. Do a lot of moves, driving in the baseline, but then stolen away. That was Bird, and he got the ball knocked out of his hand on the way to the hoop. So now Chad Smith will bring it up. He gets it over to Barbick. Barbick in the corner to Scott. Now a nice move inside, and in and out 3 times. Doesn't go, still no score. And there's a fadeaway jumper by Atterbury. Atterbury with that 2 points. Now there's Scott. He traveled again.
You know, he's just dragging his foot. Both teams have been, I guess, Bear River twice and Christian Brothers once.
But they're watching that very closely.
I guess so. They're not going to let them have any kind of movement on their feet.
So there's a ball off the iron, doesn't go, and it's jump ball. It'll be Bear River.
Jordan Baskin tying him up.
He hung in there. Now Scott will bring it up.
Baskin is a sophomore, and they have him matched up against Asante Cleveland. It'll be interesting to see if he can guard him.
Thought about a three, didn't take it. Now he'll take it out top of the key as Beskine gets it on over to Smith, and it's going to be Bear River ball. 13 on the shot clock. Feed into Scott. There's a three-pointer going up, and nothing but net from Chad Smith for three. Bear River takes the lead for the first time tonight, 3-2. Here with 5:41 left to go in this first period. Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown saying thank you for joining us in this playoff action.
Marty, at this point, both teams are still feeling each other out. I think neither team really knows what to expect. They don't play each other in the season.
Oh, there's a nice shot by Arterberry again. Now, Scott now with the ball drives into the lane, puts it up, and nothing but net.
Pretty jump shot. Very nice. Patrick Scott, great body control.
Oh, nice drive around to the baseline, but then a nice feed inside, but blocked. Great defensive play by Beskine. Now they'll get it up as Smith will dish it off over to Chad Smith. Now there's Barbic, but that ball is off the mark, and they get it back, and there's a three-pointer. That's going to be high off the iron. Coming down with it is Arterberry. He stops, pumps, puts it up. Off the iron, doesn't go. Rebounded in there nicely by Garrett Barbic. So now Scott gets it on over in the corner to Barbic. Cross-court pass to Smith. Inside feed to
Great
Scott.
look.
Nice look in there. Give and go.
Risky cross-court pass, but Smith immediately handled the ball and saw the no look underneath. I think we have a replay of the other 10-foot shot that he just took. Now watch Scott. And watch the body control here. Up, holds, releases, nothing but net. Beautiful. One vote away from being league's most valuable player, Marty.
Well, he's only a junior. He'll be back again next year. So he'll have a lot to say about MVP.
No question about it.
7-4 you score as Bear River is leading here with 4:11 left to go in this first period.
Bear
nice
River,
ball handling.
Absolutely. Bear River's got a rebound. That so far we've seen them aggressively rebound both on the offensive and defensive end. They've got to keep that up if they're going to be in this game.
Inside low, and then good defense again by Jordan Beskine. That's another good defensive work. Inbounding will be Arterberry. They work it around in the game. Arterberry now gets it down low to Cleveland. Can't do anything with it. Good defense by Bear River. Once again, they've got and stolen away. They lost control of the ball. They only had 3 seconds on the shot clock. Now there's another shot by Scott. Little jumper from about 10 feet. His 6th point of the game.
Best player on the floor so far is Scott.
Oh, stolen away again by Che. He could go coast to coast, and he's going to get fouled on his way to the hoop.
Great play, great anticipation and steal. That's Garrett Smith. Now they're going to let him go to the line. Yeah, absolutely. He's going to go to the line.
Yeah, he was on his way to shoot that ball.
Here's a replay, and you can see that he tips the ball away, has enough presence of mind and speed to make it all the way down the court, and then is fouled. They're going to put him on the line. And
he gets both of them.
Gets them both.
Number 15, we don't have him on our list. It's Pompey, I think I heard him say.
So far, Bear River is the best team on the court.
Well, they work the ball and try to get it inside. Beskine, another good defensive work. There's a travel call right there. That was good hustle and good defense by Jordan Beskine as he...
That's 3 good plays we've seen by Beskine, and they've got him on Asante Cleveland, like I said before. He's got to outweigh him. He's taller.
He's just out hustling him right now.
Sure is. Beskine's a sophomore.
Now they're putting on a full court press. Chad Smith will try to bring it up the court. He does. Good move. Gets it down quickly. Oh, stolen away. Could go coast to coast. He'll pop. And he got it in. I thought maybe he might dunk that ball. That was Arterberry. He's got all 6 points. That was just a bad pass. Good anticipation by Sterling. Over in the corner to Barbic. It's off the iron. Doesn't go.
They got to have more basket. They got to have more under the basket to get some rebounds if he's going to pop those.
Inside, trying to drive into the paint, and he puts it up. Nice shot in there by Mariachi.
4 quick points by Christian Brothers.
Now Bear River trying to work it around. Gets it on to Beskine. Cross court to Smith. He stops, looks, puts it up, in and out. Heartbreak for Chad Smith. See, they've got nobody underneath that basket, so they're not going to get any rebounds. They start hitting. Now it's going to be Bear River ball. It was off Pompey. Coming in now is Martin Harris.
3-point game, minute 46 left in the first quarter.
Full court press here. They'll get it back to Scott. Scott will bring it up.
Not much of a press, really.
Trying to keep him from getting that ball up the court. All right, now over to Beskine. Oh, and it's off the iron again, and it's going to be out of bounds. And it's going to be Bear River ball. Boy, the balls are going in the net. I mean, into the rim and then out.
And coming back out again.
Yep, that's 3 in a row for Bear River. Scott now tries to take it in, gets blocked off, goes into the paint, puts it up. Nice touch, doesn't go again. That's 4 in a row, and now it's off of a pass, went off of Arterberry as he turned around, and it'll be a turnover and Bear River inbound.
Boy, Bear River needs to take advantage of these turnovers right now, like right there.
And he's fouled. He'll go to the line to make it a possible 3-point play. Great play on that one on the inbound.
Great cut to the basket. Cut right off his own player. Found himself wide open and an alert pass by Smith. I think here's the turnover. We're going to see Atterbury here. There's Scott going up and missing the bounce. And Atterbury brings it down aggressively and just loses the ball off of his foot. He knows it.
So Scott missed that free throw, and it'll be only a 2-point play. Now driving in, puts it up, doesn't go, but look, going up high is Garrett Barbic. What a play. Now Bear River on the offense. Over in the corner to Beskine. He'll try to take it in, can't go anywhere. Get it back out to Garrett Smith. Over in the corner to Chad Smith. Now they'll work it around again. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to get something set up. And before the buzzer is off the iron. Boy, they just got that off, but they wasted way too much time. Oh, another rebound by Beskine. We've got 13 seconds left to go. We got the last chance to make a point here. Scott's going to take it into and he gets
hammered. There was a pile up under the basket. Lucky nobody got hurt under that one.
Yeah, he took it all the way into the paint. But it's going to be a before the shot, so they'll have to inbound it with 6 seconds left. That's the 4th team foul on Christian Brothers, none for Bear River. So they got to inbound very quickly. They got 6 seconds to get it in. And now there's Scott low underneath. Wasn't that a...
That was pretty good presence of mind by Scott. he actually, as we see the last.
Oh, man, he threw one from half court right off the iron. That was close.
He used a defensive player to create his own screen. Went to the basket to take that inbounds and make that last shot. 15-8 Bear River as we go into the second period. And Marty, I'm impressed. Bear River is the strongest team on the floor right now. It looks like Christian Brothers is actually playing very tentatively. Here's the backdoor play that we just saw Scott. Seems to know where he belongs on the court.
That was a good pass inbound by Garrett Smith. It was almost. There we go. We've got Tom Fitzsimmons. We've got Tom Fitzsimmons. Good side now.
Good to see him. Always
KNCO
doing a great radio job.
Put the camera up higher. He's funny.
Yeah.
He says people have been telling him that he's a little hefty these days.
Yeah. Well, there's our line score for the first quarter. Bear River 15-8. As we really haven't seen the real powerhouses of Christian Brothers show up yet. Sterling Atterbury's got 6. Patrick Scott looks like he's already got 10. And the rest of the points are dispersed amongst the other Bear River players.
So now Christian Brothers will try to get inside, can't do it, and it loses the ball and is picked up by Scott, and they lose it again. It's going to be a jump ball, and it'll be Bear River ball. Good hustle.
Garrett Barbic on the floor.
He almost stole that away without having to give up their possession, but they'll get it inbound. That's key. Now they get it to Chad Smith, and he palmed the ball, so they end up losing that.
Wow.
Now they get it, because it was in half court, they'll get it in under the basket.
These are no-nonsense referees.
No, they're not taking, they're watching everything. There's a fadeaway jumper, and it goes off the back of the backboard. Good defense by Chad Smith. Garrett Smith brings it up, coming in behind him. They'll slow it down, get it over to Scott. Scott will take it into the paint, stops, shoots, puts it up, nothing but net. 2 more points for Patrick Scott.
You know, that's what I like most about Patrick Scott. He can create his own shot. He can find himself his own room, use his teammates for a screen, or just create for himself.
Now they get it inside, stolen away by Barbic, knocked it away, and now there goes Smith, and he gets fouled, but no call, and a travel call. They got the ball back.
That's got to be the 5th travel call we've seen tonight.
Yeah, Dwayne Gansky was fired up because the referee, that was Jason Reed, did not call that hammer of Smith taking it to the hoop. Now they'll get it back to Scott. Scott will bring it up. Takes it down, gets it down low, and what happened there? Boy, they're not watching this game. That was two big hits. Oh, stolen away by Scott. Good anticipation of that pass. So now Garrett Smith gets it down low to Scott, puts it up off the glass, just too hard, doesn't go. And now they're going to call a foul, a shooting foul.
Well, the game is starting to heat up, Marty. We're starting to see a little faster pace by both teams now. And I think that probably works to Christian Brothers' advantage. I think we've got the replay. Here's the steal by Scott. And Scott, with anticipation, grabs that ball, goes high. Like I said earlier, this guy can get up in the air. He also handles the ball very well out front.
So Scott was called for that foul.
That's the first team foul on Bear River.
Myanchi now is the He gets his third point of the game on that free throw. 17-9. We're 6:22 into this, left in this second period. Whoa. That was close, almost stolen away. Now Scott will bring it up. Tries to take it in. And they're going to call a foul on number 43. That's Danny Bird.
It will be a possession foul with the fifth foul being called on Christian Brothers for the half.
Have you noticed one thing, and this is what I think this may affect Bear River unless they don't get a big enough lead. They're playing with the same 5 guys, and Christian Brothers has had about 10 different guys in this game so far.
Well, I know that Austin French was their 6th man, and he isn't playing. He hasn't suited up.
Oh, and there's a nice block by Garrett Smith. That saved 2 points right there. Good hustle.
But you're right, Marty. If they can get past Christian Brothers, Bear River, as they get deeper in the playoffs, that lack of depth is going to really hurt them.
5:55 left. There's a pass inbound to Martin Harris. There's a three-pointer going up off the iron. Doesn't go. But coming up with the ball was Wallner. Tries to drive in, can't get it. There's a breakaway. That could go coast to coast. And he got it. Nice play in there by Chad Smith. Breakaway, coast to coast, 2-pointer. 19-10. 9-point lead here by Bear River. All right, in the game there's Wallner. Crowd comes to life here as the Bear River super fans. So now they 10 on the shot clock. Jumper, and he nails that one. Mayanchi gets that one. 7-point lead.
Christian Brothers has decided not to press after their baskets now, letting Smith bring the ball up.
Over in the corner to Biskine. He looks for Smith. They work it around the outside over to Scott. 14 on the shot clock, inside to Smith. Dribbles around, jumper, puts it around to Scott. Scott goes up and he gets fouled with the shot. That'll be their 6th foul.
Garrett Smith was lucky to get that pass in there to Scott on the low block. And as he went up, he was fouled. About the best result they could expect from that play.
Waiting to come into the game is Jason Henderson, along with Pompey. That one is good by Scott. 13th point for Scott. (20-12). Scott will shoot his second free throw. Nice touch. He's got both of them. Timeout being called. Well, they didn't get it allowed to him. Doesn't go. Now a feed up there, and that's a nice give and go on that one for 2 points.
Good underhand basket, driving down the lane.
Timeout called now. I think that cost Bear River 2 points because Dwayne Gansky was trying to get a timeout called. The referee didn't see it. So we've got 4:16 left here in this first half. Very fast-moving ball game. Bear River on top, 21-14 with the ball as the timeout expired.
And you know, Marty, what we expected to see in a physical basketball game, we really haven't tonight. We thought that perhaps Christian Brothers would come in here, maybe out finesse them and out physical, stronger rebounding. Right. We really haven't seen that. Jordan Biskane's been able to shut down their Sterling Asbury, and Bear River's the best team on the floor.
Yep. And the defense by Bear River, and they played defense very, very well all year long, and only allowing 50 points a game.
Right.
And if they can keep it at this pace, they'll definitely keep that under 50.
Well, Atterbury's been getting 17 points a game, and so far we're seeing him with only 6. I've been corrected. It's Atterbury.
There you go.
Very good.
I circle the R, put a little hyphenation over it, and there you go.
Make it bigger so I can see it.
Okay. All right, Bear River will inbound. Scott will throw it in. Get it on over to Chad Smith. Gets the play. Now we got Biskeen at the top. He gets down low to, and he's fouled, and he makes the point. Scott, boy, he's deadly in the paint, isn't he, tonight?
He is impressive, and he is the best player on the floor, no doubt. If you get the ball to him inside, he can just elevate above everybody else and make those inside the key 8-footers. Watch, here's the play. We're going to see it again as he's shooting a free throw. A good feed by Biskeen. Now watch, he makes that quick spin move and then gets up above him, picking up the foul and the bucket.
Henderson, that just came into the ball game, goes coast to coast on that one and goes right by the Bruins defense. 23-16. There's a three-pointer going up, and it's off the iron and rebounded in there by Wallner.
That wasn't the basket. That wasn't the shot they were looking
Oh,
at.
nice play.
Wow. That's Nick Mianchi. You know, that was beautiful. Went up, caught the ball, and before he landed, made the shot.
Oh, yeah, technical foul called here?
Something's
on 43. It looks like Danny Bird did something. Did he say 43 or 34?
34, and
that was Wallner.
Wallner is having words, and he hasn't quieted himself yet. He's going to get another one if he doesn't relax.
So that's the 8th foul against Bear River's 1. He'll get to shoot 1-1 here. Oh, it doesn't go, but Scott with the rebound gets it, and now it's going to be a jump ball, and it'll be Christian Brothers' ball. Scott just couldn't handle that one.
5-point lead, Bear River. 3 minutes, 27 seconds left.
This young number 13, this young kid, Nick Mayachi, he's a good ball handler, good shooter. Now they work it around, driving into paint, puts it up, and is going to count it. That was Sterling Arterbury with 2. Got a chance to make it a 3-point play. That was, I didn't see who they called it on, Chad Smith. He doesn't get it, but coming up with it is Biskeen. Smith will bring it up. We got a 3-point game now. It was as high as 9 points earlier. Good screen by Scott.
And they're trying to force the ball into Scott. And Scott picks up a foul with a push-off. They're taking advantage of the fact that this is a one-dimensional offense right now. Everything is going into Scott, and as long as he keeps scoring easily in the paint, I'm sure they'll keep trying to put it into him. But if they sag off on him like that and give the defensive players help,
2:43,
they're going to have trouble getting it inside.
Good defense by Biskeen. There's a shot up, off the iron, doesn't go, and they're going to call a foul. That was on Garrett Smith.
I don't know about you, Marty, but since about the 3-minute mark, Bear River is kind of relaxed. They're not as intense on their defensive side, and they've allowed Christian Brothers back in this game.
They can cut it to within 1. And they do. .226 left. Scott will bring it up. Oh, man. That looked like a travel. There's DeBarbic for three. He's got it.
Big bucket for Bear River. They sure needed that.
That's his first points of the game. Gets a three-pointer wide open with 2 minutes left to go. 26-22.
Garrett Barbic, one of the best shooters on the team.
Inside, and it's going to be a jump ball again. Good hustling in there by Barbic. This is turning into a war down there.
It really is. They're starting to figure each other out now.
So they put a play in. Get it on over to Barbic. In and out. Doesn't go. Heartbreak one more time. 26-22. Christian Brothers on the attack. .21 on the shot clock. There's a shot going up. Doesn't go. And it's knocked out of bounds by Scott.
By Scott, yep.
Now coming into the ball game for Bear River is Johnny Jewett. He'll take Scott out. They don't want to get him in foul trouble here. He already has one foul. They can't afford to get any big fouls on him.
Not with a minute left in the half. We saw Jewett come in the game against Colfax, if you recall, and did a real good defensive job.
He certainly did. There's a shot off the glass by Henderson. Now the clock continues to run down. There goes. No, he didn't take the shot. He thought about it, but he just came in cold. He's not about to shoot a three. Stolen away. They got 2-on-2. He doesn't make it, and coming down with the ball.
Oh, under the basket. Christian Brothers is going to give him a foul, which is going to bail him out and put him on the line. 45 seconds left.
Somebody came in over the top. I didn't see who it was.
It was number 34.
Oh, was it Walner?
It was Walner. The only blue shirt under there, and hacked the end of Garrett Smith.
So Garrett will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. That's a 9th team foul. It doesn't get, but Barbic with the rebound. Whoa, man, that was almost stolen away. A jump shot from 15.
No,
he doesn't go. 35 seconds. Quick down, breakaway, and it rolls in. Oh boy, oh boy. Nice play. That was Sterling Harderberry. 23 seconds. Game is tied, so after being ahead by 9 points, they're going to have to get something going in here, and they almost lost it, and they did, but now a reach-in foul.
And that is only the 5th team foul on Bear River, so it will be a possession turnover.
11 seconds left. Bear River's going to have to play smart defense here if they're going to keep this game tied at going into the half. Hit the button.
Oh. Here it comes. They're looking for one last shot.
9 seconds and counting. Up off the iron, doesn't go. And it's going to be a jump ball with 1/10 of a second.
And so I believe the possession will stay with the Falcons. 1/10 of a second, not much you can do here.
Didn't go as he took a shot. So hit the half. 26-26. Boy, a big comeback for Christian Brothers.
It is
15 points.
You know, if you ask Wayne Gansky or Jeff Bickmore if they would take a tie game at the half, I think they would have said that would have been a victory for Bear River.
I think you're right, but with a 9-point lead at one point in that second period, they ran into a buzzsaw. This Nick Mariachi came up with 10 points.
And most of that was in the second quarter.
Exactly.
So there's our line score. Bear River falling behind in the second, 11-18, as Christian Brothers with taking advantage of the turnovers and with finesse outscores Bear River.
And one thing, I'll point it out one more time, Bear River made one substitution the whole half.
And that was in the last 2 minutes of the...
Was less than, a little over a minute left.
Right.
And that's going to take its toll. As it happened last week against Whitney when I came over and watched the game. And it was the same thing happened. They didn't have enough players.
Whitney kind of ran them into the ground
in the fourth period.
Right.
And the same thing could happen tonight unless they can develop some sort of a lead. They had a 9-point lead at one point and couldn't hold on to it.
So one of these teams is going to go home tonight for the season.
All right, I'd like to tell you that this NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten this evening by Hanson Brothers Enterprises. Rental manager Greg Arthur wants you to know that HPE Rentals is a full-service rental facility in Grass Valley with a large selection of tools and equipment that you need every day to help you get the job done right. HPE Rentals carries only the best from Caterpillar, John Deere, Bobcat, and Kubota, and they have everything you need from pressure washers to carpet cleaners. It's all over at HPE Rentals. Proud to be a part of the Hanson Brothers Enterprises.
And by Soft Answers. Owner Dallas Wilhelm specializes in software management, design, and consulting. That's why everybody says Dallas is the best friend your computer system ever had. And Soft Answers is proud to once again be a supporter of Nevada Union sports and all the enjoyment and pride the Miners bring to our community. Dallas salutes the commitment of all NU players, their coaches, and their families, and is proud to donate his time once again as the NU Miner freshman basketball coach.
And by Hills Flat Lumber Company, it's time to get going and get organized with the help of Hills Flat. Right now at Hills Flat, they carry a 5,000 square foot bag of Super Turf Builder and 1 gallon spray bottles of Roundup, the ready-to-use herbicide that is biodegradable and will not hurt the surrounding vegetation. And don't forget their selection of bare root roses, quick fix, grass seed, and Osmokati. Is that how you pronounce that?
I think so.
Outdoor plant food. It's all at Hills Flat Lumber Company. So shop where the pros shop at Hills Flat Lumber Company in Grass Valley.
And by Cornerstone Construction. David Lee has spent the last 11 years serving you in the Grass Valley area with specialized concrete design for all your residential needs. At Cornerstone Construction, David can do it all. And he owns all of his own concrete equipment, which means you don't have to wait for your job to be completed. And that's why remodels, room additions, walkways, patios, everything to custom stucco designs, all you need to make is one call, and that's to David Lee at Cornerstone Construction, the proud supporter of Bear River Sports.
And by Touchdown Productions, dedicated to bringing you only the best in local high school sports television. Thank you for joining us tonight as we continue our 11th season of high school basketball on your Foothill network of stations. And be sure to join us next time as our playoff run to Arco continues on the fantastic road to Arco Arena as the NU Lady Miners take on their first round opponent, the Tracy Bulldogs. So there's a lunar eclipse starting tonight with a clear night. So someone's season will end tomorrow night, and be sure to join Gil Dominguez for the first round of the CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Division I playoffs. It's NU versus Tracy right here on your NorCal Game of the Week.
And I understand tonight we're going to have a full moon eclipse there, Marty, and there it is, right there. You know what that does? That brings out the Wolves, and I'll tell you, this game in the second half, I anticipate it getting very physical.
I think so.
Both teams are, this is the end of the season. If you don't win tonight, you're hanging it up, and many of these seniors know it, and they want to play another. They wanted to play another playoff game. So,
well, if they want to get to Arco Arena, they're going to have to keep on winning, and that's exactly what they're going to try to do here tonight. We're at halftime. Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown. thanking you for joining this game tonight and joining us. We appreciate you stopping by the dial and checking this game out. It's very exciting. We got a 26-26 score here at halftime.
And when you analyze the game, let's take a look at both these teams. Bear River has one dominant player in Scott, and even though the points leader, Sterling Arterberry, really hasn't come on with a lot of points, no one player has really emerged from Christian Brothers to really take over the game so far. I think this hurts Bear River because Bear River is a little one-dimensional in their offense. They're trying to move it into Scott constantly. They're not getting any pressure on the inbounds. They're not having any kind of a press, so they're going to rely on Scott to bring them home tonight, and that's pretty much the game plan.
Yep. And, Scott's doing his part so far. He's got 14 points in the first half, and he sat out the last minute and 15 seconds of the game to keep him out of foul trouble because he has one foul, and they can't afford to lose him in this game tonight.
Right. As you were saying earlier, the lack of depth of Bear River is a big Achilles heel.
Yep, I think you're right.
And so any one of these players gets into foul trouble, it's big trouble. They have no replacements on the bench to speak of. We spoke earlier that their sixth man, Austin French, is out. Tanner Mathias is also out for Bear River, a junior. So we'll just have to see if conditioning plays a part and who's really going to step up and carry it for Bear River and the Falcons.
All right, there's their lunar eclipse tonight. So if you don't see it there tonight, you won't see it until 2010. So that's another Touchdown Productions exclusive here on your NorCal Game of the Week.
Thanks to Gil Dominguez and the Commander, too, for bringing that to us, Gil.
All right, we'd like to tell you that this NorCal Game of the Week is being underwritten this evening by the Beam Easy Living Center. The Beam Center is proud to unveil their newest product, the Beam HEPA Whole House Air Filtration System. Only the new Beam HEPA system works with your existing HVAC system to clean the air in your entire home. Tested and proven in the field by the Department of Home Defense in their war against biological terror. The new Beam HEPA air filtration system is perfect for today's living. It keeps the air inside your home as clean as it can be. Hear more about this from the professionals at the Beam Easy Living Center. The name is synonymous with clean air for your home.
And by James Scott Landscape. James Scott has over 24 years of experience to share with you in planning and maintaining the beauty of your property. He specializes in small to medium-sized lots, 5 acres or less, and can do the entire job from landscape design to maintenance. James looks at the whole property with you to decide what will work best. And don't forget his chipping service. Burn permits will end in June, so get your defensible space ready with James Scott Landscape Tractor and Chipping Service.
And by Walker's Office Supplies. Mike Anderson and his staff at Walker's Office Supplies, they know your business and they know your name because they're local, just like you. They carry thousands and thousands of products to make your life more efficient. It's the new year, so get organized with your pocket calendars and notebooks so you won't miss a single appointment in 2008. It's all waiting for you at Walker's Office Supplies.
And by Francis Cinto and Graziano LLP. At Francis Cinto and Graziano, they specialize in making your business grow. And they are certified public accountants and business consultants all rolled into one. Now the tax season is here. It's time to make that appointment. So go to either location in Auburn or Grass Valley. It's taxes made easy and business plans that hit their marks at Francis Cinto and Graziano, where they have an eye on your future.
And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating 11 years of bringing you only the best in local sports television. Thanks for tuning in this week, and be sure to stay with us after the game as we select a Touchdown Player of the Game presented by Combi Trophy and Awards. Paul and I will pick the most deserving Bear River Bruin in tonight's contest, and we'll have that person come over to our table, and we'll present them with the award. So be sure to stick around for the Touchdown Player of the Game presented by Combi Trophy and Awards on your NorCal Game of the Week.
That Player of the Game award has become real popular, too. We appreciate Combi Trophy for doing that for us.
Now the Bear River on the attack. Down at moving from left to right. Nice turnaround jumper by Scott. He'll go to the line to make it a possible three-point play. Good way to start for Bear River here in this start of this second half. A foul called right away on a nice spin move by Scott.
That was a design play that they were looking right inside to Scott, who positioned himself in the low block and then was fortunate to get the basket and the foul. He needs to make those free throws.
That's the second one he's missed tonight. So it goes 28-26. And now they'll work it around. Christian Brothers on the attack. 17 on the shot clock. Good defense by Bear River. There's a fadeaway jumper. Nothing but net for Henderson. His 8th point of the game. Tied up again as Smith goes right around his, and he's fouled on the way to the hoop, and that'll be a 2-shot opportunity for Jordan Biskine.
You know, I really like Jordan Biskine's game. He's a sophomore, like we've said, but he's a real strong player, and he's defensive-minded, Marty.
Yeah, he is.
More so than offensive. They do feed him the ball from time to time, and he does get his share of points, but most of his points are on second rebounds and cleanup work. He's really an important player for Bear River.
Yeah, for a sophomore, he hangs in there with the best of them.
He really does. Now we have some confusion. The Falcons coach is disputing who's on the line, I believe.
He was fouled as he went to put the shot up. We can give them the instant replay if they want to come over and look at that.
I'm really not sure what they're disputing.
It might dispute who made the foul. That's
so as they're sorting this out, still unclear as far as what they're disputing here. They're talking to the scoring table. Now Jordan Biskine has already made one free throw, if that's what they're talking about. But I don't think that's the issue.
No, the issue is who made the foul, because if that was on Danny Burb, I don't even see him in the game, so I don't know. He made the foul on Scott when Scott made his 2 points. So now they're going to see.
Now the officials have decided to have a caucus on the floor. They're going to discuss it. Good officiating crew tonight, Marty.
Yeah, they are.
They've been on the picky side, if you will. But we've never seen this crew before in any of the games that we've done. So for playoffs, I know they bring in outside officials.
The officials that they get graded after every game also, and on how they did, and they get ranked, and so the top officials get to do the playoff. Now there's still discussion going on.
And it looks like they're going to give a technical foul to Bear River. I'm going to take off my headset and see if I can find out what's going on here.
Paul Sykes had a technical foul called on him.
I have him written in the official scorebook.
Oh, really?
What has happened is they had a player in the game that wasn't officially on the roster, and so maybe when they called a foul on him finally, the official scorer came over and said, "Who is this guy?" He wasn't on the roster.
He wasn't on the roster. So that.
Oh, this smacks of Watergate.
Oh, and
where did this come from? Where did they find this guy? Well, Jordan Beskeen can't complete the technical foul.
No, he wasn't. Barbic shooting the technical foul. He tried to complete his 2 points on the foul.
Right.
So now Barbic gets the one shot, and the Bear River will get the ball back.
And Barbic's getting 2 shots.
That's right.
This is big.
And it doesn't go. In and out. Heartbreak. So now Bear River will get the ball back.
Interesting.
On the technical.
I've never seen this before.
No. Now the coach comes over. Sykes going in the game now. They got him on the roster. We had him on our roster. They just didn't put him.
Somebody didn't write him in the book.
So now Scott will dish it off to Chad Smith, being guarded in there by Arterberry. There's Scott, and he puts it up. Nice move.
Boy, you can't leave him alone for 1 second on that low block. He gets up so high and so quick on that drop step.
Timeout being called now. I think Roger Stanfield, the coach for the Falcons, is kind of upset right now, I would think.
Well, this throws a whole air of confusion, and both teams were wandering around wondering what was going on. And it's got to take a little bit of the momentum away from the Falcons. 32-29 is our score. 6:54 left in the third quarter. Excellent, well-matched basketball game so far, Marty.
It certainly is. There's a good shot of Tom Fitzsimmons. He's broadcasting the game on KNCO. Last night.
I understand Tom will be there tomorrow at NU, and
as the NU girls to have their first game. Now Christian Brothers on the attack. Nothing but net. Arterberry with a big 3. That ties it up again. Over in the corner now. Gets it. No, the ball was touched.
I don't know, the official was right on it.
He's not looking over here.
Bear River not getting many breaks tonight from the officials.
No, there's another 3-pointer going up, and that's nothing but net.
And look who that is. That's Arterberry again. We're seeing a new dimension to this kid's game. He has just sunk 2 long 3s.
So that's Bear River. That doesn't go, but then picking it up is Beskeen, just like you called it.
Doing the dirty work underneath
the basket.
Those second chance shots.
35-34, second lead for the Christian Brothers Falcons. Down low, knocked away, stolen away. Beskeen did that one. Now they got Barbic one-on-one. Spin move, turnaround jumper doesn't go. He keeps it, but then coming up with it is Arterberry. Almost was able to keep possession on that.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. It was a great move under the basket, too, but just didn't go down.
21 on the shot clock. Now they work it around. Good defense by Bear River. There is Bird now. There's a 3-pointer. Off, up and in and out. Scott with the rebound. Chad Smith will bring it up. 35-34. Inside, Scott puts it up. Nice move on the baseline.
Scott moving without the ball beautifully. Loses his man and is all by himself underneath the basket as the Falcons have their backs turned.
Another 3-pointer going up, and no, they're only going to give him 2 on that.
Sterling Atterbury is trying to take this game over. He's got 8 quick points here.
Now there's Smith trying to Takes it in and dishes it off to Beskine. Puts it up. Good ball handling by the Bruins. 38-37, Bear River in front.
Not much of a defensive presence on that low block by the Falcons. And they're doing the job on the outside shot. They don't need anything under the low block.
Cleveland back in the game. So now there's that was a charge. Offensive foul. As looks like Beskine had position.
Martin Harris just driving his way in the basket. So here's 3 new players coming in. Looks like the Falcons are going to put in some height. They've got Paul Sykes, number 35.
Number 55, Matt McCarthy. Harris back in.
McCarthy being the taller player on the court, but he's playing the 2 position.
And Gansky looking around on his bench. He didn't have anybody to put in there. Too hard, but Beskine underneath, and he gets fouled with a putback.
Jordan Beskine, he's impressive tonight. He is one guy, there's one white jersey, and it's Beskine. He's coming down with the board.
So he'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's their 5th team foul already. That could be big as this game wears on.
You're right.
5-0 on the fouls. He makes the first one.
Bear River hasn't got a single foul this half, and if they can go to the line consistently and maybe get another couple of fouls, that'll be big for the second half.
Beskine tucks his shirt in. Here's the next shot attempt. Doesn't make it. It's going to be, looks like it was off of Falcon player, but no, the referee right on top of it. 39-37, 2-point lead by Bear River. Oh, nice dish down. The baseline doesn't go, but he cuts up with his own rebound. He's fouled on the way to the hoop. That was Arterberry. Oh, man.
Kicking himself for not making the first one and then scrambling to get the ball off the rebound.
I don't know how he got that ball back.
I don't either. He's only a junior, too. This kid is really fun to watch. Beautiful jump shot from the outside and can really do it all. He can get off the ground, too.
18 points already. And that one doesn't go.
He's a little on tilt.
Yep. 3:38 left to go in this third period. Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown. Hey, he makes that one. 19th point of the game.
1-point ball game. It's turned into a fist fight.
Gets it on over to Barbic. He's got to look at a 3. And it's off again, in and out. They come up with it. They bring it down the court. That doesn't go, and there's a walk. Boy, everybody in the house saw it except for the referee.
So here's the game plan that they came up with at halftime for the Falcons. Give the ball to Arterberry and let him play.
They're double teaming Scott. Scott can't get anything going, and now they put it under Beskine. He puts it up, and it goes.
Nice pass by Chad Smith. Great underhanded pass as Beskine follows his play.
Arterberry stops. Jumper doesn't go. Rebounded by Scott. Nice to feed in there to Beskine. Nice pass by Chad Smith. Beskine on the drive to the basket. And he's fouled. He's got a chance to make it a 3-point play. Great pass by Chad Smith. That's 2 in a row.
And good finish by Beskine. He was in the right place at the right time, following the play down the court on the far right wing. Smith just knew he was going to be there, it seemed, and made that play. This is good basketball by Bear River. But Marty, the kids are starting to look winded, if you'll notice that. Can they keep this tempo up is a real question.
And you know that Christian Brothers is going to be pushing it. And it bounces around and goes in. So Biskine, he gets his 11th point of the ball game, but he's been stellar on defense tonight. All right, they work it around. Good defense in there by Garrett Smith. 16 on the shot clock. 2 minutes left to go in this third period. Bear River up by 4. And now that doesn't go, but and it's going to be a offensive foul.
Number 35, Paul Sykes, pushed off on the turnaround. He is giving a solid look-through glare to the official. Doesn't think he got a just call.
Now they got a full court press going on, and stolen away. Scott tried to do a no-look pass, and now good defense by Bear River, almost got the ball back. There's a fadeaway jumper, doesn't go. Barbic with the rebound.
4-point Bear River lead.
Over to Scott. Try to make something happen. Gets it to Barbic. Barbic fadeaway jumper, doesn't go. And Biskine tries to save it, couldn't do it. Barbic was a little bit off balance when he went to take that shot. So now Christian Brothers goes on offense. Henderson with the ball. Trying to get it to Arterberry. They do. Being guarded in there by Smith. And there's a push by Smith.
Smith was dogging him, was almost asking for a foul there. He was going to show Arterberry who was boss, and picked up his second foul. That is also the second team foul.
That's his third. According to the scorekeeper, that's his third foul, so he's got to be careful.
Absolutely true.
And they're gonna call him again. That's his fourth.
Yikes.
He's gonna have to come out now. They're gonna need him.
And that was a foul.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
So coming into the game is Zagat.
First time we've seen Zagat tonight.
So now they'll go on the attack. Inside, knocked away by Biskine. They save it. 17 on the shot clock, going baseline, can't do anything with it. And now there's a jump shot, but Barbic with the rebound. 34 seconds left to go in the game in this third period. Now Scott thought about a three, doesn't take it. Gets it on over back to Scott. Scott goes baseline jumper, puts it up off the back of the iron, and it's going to be Bear River ball
with a new shot clock. 19 seconds left in the quarter.
Got to hand it to Larry Uno here tonight, running the clock. He's on top of it. They got 17 seconds to get the last shot before the end of the third period. Bear River up by 4. This could be a big basket here. Scott drives it in, and then he puts it up off the glass. Doesn't go. No foul called. There's a shot way down.
Wow.
Doesn't go.
So
Coach Gansky wants a foul called there.
this is going to be a fun fourth quarter. 4-point game. Neither team has come out in the second half and been dominant. It's been back and forth since that tie at halftime. So it's anybody's ball game, Marty, obviously.
Certainly is. Now let's just see how conditioning plays out for the Bear River Bruins. They've only had 2 substitutions all night. The rest of the starting lineup has been in there the whole game. And you got one player in foul trouble, and that's Garrett Smith.
I'm watching Coach Gansky talking to his kids. he and Jeff Bickmore, and they're talking about the defense and how they're going to switch off on the players.
There's your line score.
He's emphasizing defense.
And the lunar eclipse got a double dip in here.
You know, I think our producer Gil Dominguez actually just has a piece of paper with a hole in it.
I think it might be what he's doing.
Yeah,
because it's cloudy out there tonight.
Yeah,
with threatening rain.
He's shining it through.
Yeah, I know. He's got some sort of special effects going on.
I'll tell you, that guy, he can come up with it, can he?
So Bear River wins that third period. Now it's going to be fantastic fourth period. Here is in the first round of this Division IV playoff. Your Bear River Bruins and the Christian Brothers Falcons driving into the paint, puts it up.
Wow.
And he gets it. That was Henderson. Now Smith will bring it up. Zolzakit now. Gets it over to Smith for a three, up, and it's going to be short. And they'll bring the ball up the court. Christian Brother now has the three-pointer going up. It's off the iron, but Barbic couldn't get that rebound. Now they dish it off for another three-pointer. And coming down with the ball is Patrick Scott. They've kind of shut Patrick down here in this. Only got 6 points in that third period. They've been working him over. There's Buskeen now. Gets it back to Barbic. Barbic tries to drive in, can't do it. And now he'll take it in, but he dishes it off to Buskeen, and now he looks for Zackett again for three, and it's off. And what happened? Somebody came over the top, looked like.
I think we're going to have an offensive foul on Buskeen. He was pushing off to get that offensive rebound.
That's his first personal. So 6:30 left to go in this ball game. There's a three-pointer going up, and nothing but net. Boy, Sterling Harderberry he is a player, isn't he?
And he's tied this ball game. The momentum has definitely shifted.
A nice play in there in front of Cleveland. That was Jordan Buskeen on a nice pass from Smith.
You know, ever since Garrett Smith went out of the ball game, there's a. I thought it was a travel. It looks like it's going to be a foul. And that'll be a foul on number 10, Josh Blackett. And he'll come out of the game.
So now back into the game is Garrett Smith. He's got to be careful. Oh, nice inside low and fadeaway one-hander by Cleveland.
And it's tied again, Marty.
First points of the game. Now they'll get it inside to Scott. Fadeaway jumper, puts it up. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to make it a possible three-point play as Patrick Scott.
There's their bread and butter. I'll tell you, they look for him inside, and he moves so well without the ball. Before you know it, he's opening up the low block, making that spin move underneath, and getting the foul as well.
So timeout called with 5:36 left.
You know, this game's been so exciting. We haven't really talked about a player of the game, Marty. We've got the Combi Trophy player of the game, and we've got to choose one. I got somebody in mind. Who you think?
Well, I think we both got the same player in mind so far through middle way through this fourth period. I've got to go with Jordan Buskeen. He's been the defensive difference here tonight. I mean, not only has he been playing great defense, he's got 14 points, and he's been just stellar performance underneath the basket tonight.
You and I both agree. We like to choose the hustler, the defensive guy, the guy doing the dirty work. I mean, we could easily say it would be Scott.
Oh, Scott, yeah.
Patrick Scott's, one of the most exciting and best player on the floor, but when it's all said and done, they wouldn't have 48 points and be where they're at with that Beskeen going on. I've got to say it's been Jordan Beskeen.
So far, that's my choice, unless something miraculously changes here. So Scott will go to the line of make it a possible three-point play, and it's in and out, doesn't go. He struggled tonight on that free throw line. Look out, very quickly, takes it in and steals that one. That was Danny Bird, his first two-pointer of the game.
Bird with fresh legs, streaking down the court.
Now Scott spins, and then he gets traveled. He's looking for a call.
Yeah, he's not going to get it. It was a travel. Trying to do more than he could with the ball before he did it.
So 5:15 and counting here in the fourth period. It's going to come down. It's going to come down to who wants it. A nice block in there by Barbic. Now get it on over to Scott. Scott will bring it up. Tries to take it in, but then dishes it off to Barbic for three. Off the iron. Doesn't go, in and out.
This ball game's up for grabs. Anybody's game.
Oh, and there's a nice block by Patrick Scott.
Ball goes off the side of the backboard. Crowd starting to pick up.
Bear River's in the bonus on the when they get a 1-and-1 going to on a foul. So now they'll work it around. There's another three-pointer going up and it's off the iron, but there with the rebound is Bird. Now they'll give it to Arterberry, and there's a three-pointer, and he misses. And underneath that basket is Big Matt McCarthy. So now it's 50-48. They're double teaming Scott now. They don't want him to beat him. Well, that was
he didn't want to take that
shot. No,
he didn't want that shot. He found himself in a place that he had to take it and no one to pass to.
So now 50-48. Arterberry now with the ball gets it back over to McCarthy. Back to Arterberry. They're going to work it around with Henderson. Now drives in, doesn't take it, but then nothing but net from Danny Bird.
Danny Bird's come in this game and made an impact, getting a couple critical rebounds and now making a two-point jump shot.
Get it down low to Scott. And get it over in the corner. There's another three-pointer going up. Doesn't get it, but Scott gets it. And he's going to be called for a charge.
Scott picking up the loose ball on the top of the key, and
timeout called by Bear River.
Would probably have been better off just to have taken the clear jump shot at 10 feet.
Yeah, right.
Decided to go to the basket with it and drew the foul. He was definitely charged.
So a couple of turnovers by Bear River and some putbacks by two guys that haven't had much playing time in this game, Danny Bird and Matt McCarthy. And we've got a 4-point game in favor of the Christian Brothers Falcons.
With 3:21 left, it's the largest lead that Christian Brothers has had.
The whole game.
And they have possession of the ball, so this is a critical time, needless to say, for Bear River.
Especially with 3.21 seconds left. There's a shot of the Bear River cheerleaders. Did you know that they went to Hawaii for the Pro Bowl and danced at halftime?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that in this morning's paper. I talked to the couple of the cheerleaders before the game, and they indicated that I said, well, gee, if I'd known you guys were going, I would have watched the game. They said, well, we didn't get it much. You couldn't see us on the camera. They only had 800 cheerleaders out there in the middle of that field. So that ought to have been exciting for the girls. So now the clock continues to run.
Christian Brothers is going to slow it down, a little more controlled offense.
Oh, look at this underneath. Nice play in there by McCarthy. They got to get a couple of three-pointers in here. Get it to Barbic. Gets it Baskeen, and it gets the. But then there's Scott, couldn't put it up. 6-point game, biggest lead for Christian Brothers.
They're slowing it down now, and they're gonna play the shot clock for all it's worth.
23 on the shot clock and counting. Driving in is Arterberry, and they're going to give him he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
They're going to give him 2 points. Wow, with 3 minutes to play and the game tied, the Christian Brothers Falcons are definitely taking it to the basket. And the Bear River team looks fatigued.
Yeah, you can tell they're running out of gas.
They're running out of gas.
This is exactly the same thing happened to him at Whitney.
Scott is trying to create his shots, and he just doesn't have the lift in his legs anymore.
No. First one is good. Kind of a hush has come over this crowd, hasn't it? That one rolls around the basket, and it's good. Now it's a 8-point game with 2:13 left.
We're at a place now. Dwayne Gansky's going to take a timeout. He knows he's going to have to set up some 3-point shots to get him back in this game. 2:09 left.
But the problem this late in the game, Paul, is that you've got guys with tired legs, even though it's way deep into the season. It could be their last game, but it's they've been out there on that court all night. Only 2 substitutions the whole night long.
You know, if you look down the starting lineup, Marty, Jordan Baskeen is a sophomore. Garrett Barbic is a junior. Patrick Scott is a junior. They've got an excellent team. A big part of the core players are coming back next year.
That's correct.
And these kids are going to be stronger and really should make a run at it next season.
So now Scott will inbound. Well, we've already selected that. It's I think we both agree it's Jordan Baskeen. There's a shot, and he gets that one.
They need to press the ball. They can't allow them to take the full 32 seconds. 6-point lead, Christian Brothers.
They'll work it around. They'll try to run some time off the clock. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Bear River needs a turnover here. They'll keep working it to the outside. 8 seconds. Hey, I don't know, the travel, yeah, no kidding. He walked big time. Well,
big possession here.
Now Barbic will bring it up. Over to Scott, back over to Smith in the corner for 3, and it's off the iron, and Baskeen almost saved it. Almost saved it, and there's a reach-in foul by Smith. They'll go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
That foul was called by Coach Dwayne Gansky. Had to stop the clock somewhere or another. Jason Henderson on the line.
So Henderson will go and shoot the first one, and he gets it. That's his 11th point of the game.
So like a good sprinter, the Falcons behind as much as 9.
Barbic with the rebound.
Have come in the last 3 minutes to pull ahead when they needed to.
Good defensive show there by the Christian Brothers Falcons right in front of us. 58 seconds left. They've got to get a three-pointer in there real quick. There's your ball game. A double dribble by Chad Smith.
47 seconds left.
There's a foul. Well, it was a good season for Bear River. They just got out man tonight as so Smith comes out on his 5th foul, and he played a whale of a ball game tonight.
So what we got, Marty? The only team left now in Division 4, I believe that would be what? Colfax? With the Bruins going down tonight, there's a possibility we can find out what that score is.
Makes both of them.
46 seconds left.
So now Scott with a turnaround three-pointer. Doesn't go, and rebounded by, and they grab him with 34 seconds. Now they'll get 2 shots.
Sterling Atterbury is quite a player and came out the second half. Scored 8 quick points, if you recall,
That's
just
right.
in the beginning of that second half, and has had excellent support from the rest of his team. I'm guessing that they played maybe as many as 10 players tonight.
Coming into the ball game for Bear River is Bryant Chapman. Coming out is Beskine. He played a great game tonight. 16 points. Just magnificent on defense.
And so this is the 12th seed. The Christian Brothers Falcons is going to have an upset over the 5th seed Bear River Bruins.
And that one doesn't go. Scott with the rebound. We'll bring it down to court. Smith, three-pointer, and it doesn't go. Scott under the basket. And that doesn't go, and then they get it again. Saving the ball is Chapman. And that doesn't go, so that should just about do it.
15 seconds left.
So they'll move it down as the clock continues to run down, and there's no sense fouling them.
They'll let the game clock run down, and
it's going to be, there it is. There's your final at the buzzer. So there's your difference right there. There's your difference right there. See, I told you it was going to come down to attrition.
You were sure right about that, Marty.
And 6 points for Bear River in that fourth period.
As we see the players shaking hands, a disappointed crew with the Bear River Bruins as they leave the floor for the last time. We will have Jordan Beskine come over as our Combi Trophy Player of the Game. Here he comes. Jordan, if you'll have a seat. And we got a headset for him.
It's on. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Jordan.
Tough game to lose tonight, Jordan, but we designated you as our player of the game for your outstanding defensive work. I don't know whether you know it or not. You had 16 points tonight. You were all over the floor with the defensive work, and we congratulate you.
Thank you. We do. Tell us about the game, Jordan. What were your anticipations, and how did it play out?
What was that?
I said, tell us about the game. What was happening inside as you were playing underneath?
Well, what I wanted to do was just work on 20 and He does a lot of lefty work. He's a lefty, so he goes to the left a lot. And all I did was deny him the ball the whole time. And I don't actually know how many points he had. But
He only had 2 points.
He had 2 points. Yeah. So
He was a lot bigger than you were.
he was a lot bigger than me. Yeah. That's why I tried to block that ball so he couldn't get it and do something on me. But every time he did get the ball, I would just move to his right side so he couldn't twirl on me to the left. So.
Now, let me ask you a question. Marty and I made a comment many times during the game that you're only playing 5 players essentially.
Yeah.
Really only 6. Do you think that took its toll in the fourth quarter?
It can. Yes, it did a little bit in there, but it's hard because we lost one to sprained ankle. We lost another one to another issue. So. It's hard when you have only 6 players that are playing out there. So that is a toll.
The Christian Brothers team played as many as 10 players tonight. They had fresh legs on the court at the end of the game,
right?
Because you basically led the game the whole way until the last 3.5 minutes of the game, and where they very much took over.
Yeah.
We awarded you this game because of your hustle and your rebounding effort underneath.
Yeah, Combi Trophy and Awards will be putting this plaque together here for you. They'll have your name and the game and everything else for as the player of the game, and so we'll give you this to keep until your plaque is ready. How's that sound?
Thank you very much.
You had a great season, and congratulations again. And you'll be back next year as a junior, and so we're looking forward to seeing you then.
Thank you.
All right.
It's going to be a great season next year. Congratulations.
Way to go, Jordan. All right, that's Jordan Beskeen, our player of the game tonight, as he had a great defensive game. He had 16 points. He was all over the court, and we congratulate him. It's a tough loss tonight for the Bear River Bruins, but they'll be back next year. They had a great season, and 18-9 on the record with a team that was pretty much crippled with players the last 4 games of the season.
Yeah, it's a heartbreaker for Bear River.
Sure
it really is. You hate to see them go off the court. They were higher ranked than this Christian Brothers team. I think they were on their home court. I think they expected to get a win.
Yeah, right.
But that's just not the way the chips fell tonight.
Right.
When was the first time? I think we saw them first this year at the Kindle.
Right.
And then we also saw them at the NUIT.
Right.
So I guess this is the 3rd game that we've broadcast with Bear River. I'm surprised they didn't win this game tonight, actually, Marty.
Yeah, well, I thought it was going to come down to the fresh set of legs in the 4th period, and that's, you can tell by the final count, 19 to 6 during that 4th period, and that was a difference in the ball game. And then Sterling Arterberry, he was just turned it on in that 4th period and was hitting them from everywhere, and that was a difference in the ball game.
That really is true. So in Division 4 now, we've only got Colfax left.
Right.
And they are playing tonight. We haven't heard from the truck what the score is of that game, so we'll have to follow along. The last Foothills team that's still available in the tournament to go to Arco. And let's hope they have some.
4, that's correct.
Yeah.
All right. We'd like to tell you that this NorCal Game of the Week has been underwritten this evening by Hanson Brothers Enterprises. The Hanson family is proud to bring you another historic Bear River basketball season.
And by Soft Answers, Debbie and Dallas Withholm are proud of their son John and all the NU miners.
And by Hills Flat Lumber Company. Ed, Sandy, Jeff, Kennan, and Jason Pardini, along with Dave Cuddy, are proud to be a part of the NorCal Game of the Week.
And by Cornerstone Construction, David Lee and his family congratulate the Bear River Bruins on another playoff season.
And the Beam Easy Living Center. The Beam Center is a proud sponsor of youth sports in our community.
James Scott Landscape Tractor and Shipping Service. The Scott family is proud of number 31, Patrick, and all the Bear River Bruins.
Walker's Office Supplies. Mike Anderson and his family are proud of the Lady Miners.
And our friends at Francis Cinto and Graziano LLP. Dave Cinto, Greg Francis, and George Graziano are happy to be a part of the Game of the Week telecast.
And by Touchdown Production, celebrating a decade of local sports television. This is Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown saying thank you for joining us all across our Foothill network of stations, and be sure to join us next time as we continue our playoff coverage on the road to Arco Arena. Our next stop will be Nevada Union High School, where we'll see the Lady Miners open up their playoffs and take on the Tracy Bulldogs. So be sure to be here for the Lady Miners' first round of the CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Division I playoffs as we continue the tradition of high school sports television right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. All right, it was an exciting ball game tonight. Went very quickly, and final score of this ball game was 59-50 in favor of Christian Brothers. So they'll be going on home in a bus ride, very happy tonight, and they'll move on to the next round. And your executive producer and director for tonight's game was Gilbert M. Dominguez.
And titles and replays, Brandon Duckett and Gary Feisey.
And your announcers for tonight's game, Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown.
Peter DiMartini, Sean Kershemsky, and Cassie Walker were your camera operators.
Office manager, Lynn Dominguez.
Technical engineer, Paul Miskalski.
And remote facilities provided tonight by Commander 2.
Commander 2 maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service.
Game of the week, Comfy Trophy and Awards.
And Touchdown Sportswear, DK in Stitches.
Touchdown accounting provided by Francis Centro Graziano. And we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call at 274-2206. And for Paul Brown, Gil Dominguez, this is Marty Mortensen and the entire Touchdown Production sports team on hand for another exciting basketball game. We'll see you tomorrow night. And for all of us here on the NorCal Game of the Week, good night, everybody.
Good night.